Dudes, welcome back to Garo Attacks. Clicker Heroes. Alright, let's get right back into it, shall we? Last episode we talked about the Wandering Fisherman. This episode we're going to talk about Betty Clicker. One of my favesies. Just because her upgrades definitely carry on in the future. You'll see why. There's a reason why Wandering Fisherman mentioned Betty Clicker in this fish cooking thing, because, well, we'll see. But first, let's read about her lore real quick. This world-renowned master chef is aligned with your interests for only one reason. She gets out of her way to gather only the freshest ingredients for her recipes, including her famous fat bat fondue. Yeah, she uses all the enemies we kill as food to feed us. What a great adventure to have with us. Doesn't waste shit. She's probably Native American now. Okay, you can stop right there. Let's hire her. In fact, let's bring her up to level 10 right away, just so you can see her first thing. Wilderbur dumplings. Increases DPS of all heroes by 20%. Yep, this is why, because basically all of her upgrades just increase every other heroes by a lot, by a little bit. The one bad thing about Betty Clicker is that, like, if you're just getting her like brand new early on in the game, you might not want to get her upgrades, because her upgrades don't increase her damage by too much. It increases it by 20% as opposed to, let's say, 100%, 150% on some of these other people. But in the future, it's going to matter like a lot. So I'm not saying get it as soon as possible, but it's definitely something you want to get for the late game. Once again, there's a little bit of extra lore. She's gilded, and now I think she was carrying like a frying pan before she was gilded, but now she's carrying like a big old stick of meat. So like, she's now using other enemies that she's cooked as a weapon to kill other enemies. Like, I'm telling you, she's the ultimate like ironic adventurer to keep with us, and also she doesn't waste a fucking thing. This is fucking Agent Coulson of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with us. Everything is a fucking weapon. Your enemy is a weapon to himself, to other enemies. There you go. You use everything to kill everything, and also you eat everything that you kill, and use that to kill everything that you eat, and eat all the things you eat, and you kill everything you kill. Does that make sense? Otherwise, anyways, delicate and oh so delicious. These delightful morsels make you very vigorous. So she creates these dumplings from, I don't know, Wilderbur? I think it's an ice level thing, the Wilderbur. Or it might be just like one of the bears. Come in. Hi there. Huh?
You're still recording.
Yeah. No, yeah. These are short episodes, so I like to keep up like nice quick. What's up?
I'm just was gonna ask if I could crack your door so the dog can get
Totally
air.
fine.
What time do you leave for work today?
In like about a half hour.
Oh, okay. You don't need to walk in before you go. Alexa's here. She'll take
Okay.
him. I'll just message her too.
All right.
But when you leave, make sure he goes in the crate,
Absolutely.
because he wasn't in the crate when I got home last night. He was in the living room.
All right, because Alexa was here.
Oh, was she?
Yeah. That's why.
Nobody was home when I got home. The dog was just hanging out in the living room. And I was like, pointing my air conditioner in my bedroom so that we put the dog in there. Yeah. So, okay. So when you leave, just put him in his crate. Hey! Just put him in his crate with a treat.
No problem.
And unless she's awake. And if she's awake, then you can leave her.
Yeah. No problem.
Who's he eating? He's eating something.
It's nothing.
Kid, come on.
It might have been like a pretzel that I dropped over that. Alright.
Come on, baby girl.
Alright, so let's...
Anyway, thanks, sweetie.
No problem. Anyway, let's pick up Betty Clicker's Wilderbur dumplings right here. I'll grab those real quick. And next up, let's get up to that level real quick and we'll see it. Ooh, what's this right here? Braised Flamingo Go. It's obviously these Flamingo casserole. It's pink. It's got a couple of their feathers in there, and it's got some blue spots or something. Some sort of sauce on the top, or maybe that is the thing, and the pink on the side is like the sauce. I don't know, man. But also, you know what they say: an army runs on good homemade casseroles. Is that what they say? Betty Clicker. And this also gives us insight onto her character a little bit. It says, you know what they say, an army runs on good homemade casseroles. No one says that, in my opinion, anywhere. Except maybe in the army? So maybe she's like an army person, like she was in the army, but not for like, for fighting. Obviously she's probably seen some action if she was in the army. And she's gone through like boot camp, so she's probably a little bit badass. But also she just focused real hard on like making food for the troops, basically. She's an army chef, army cook. The same way, I don't know if you watch Naruto, but there's like a filler episode of Naruto where they're talking about like ninja chefs, where they just come with people like on a mission to just fucking cook for them, basically. I believe they're like banned for a while because they're like some of the chefs' food was so good that the ninjas just got super fat and they were like ineffective. Even though like there's like more than a few fat ninjas that use their fat as like a ninja techniques, but apparently regular ninjas need to be pretty skinny to use their regular techniques however they need to use them. So that's basically like Betty Clicker's job, in my opinion. She's like, yeah, she fights, definitely she fights, but that's not her main purpose. Her main purpose is to feed all of us so that we can fight extra hard. So that's what the braised flamingo casserole is. And let's go ahead and uncover this. Look at that. It's a truffled trollger with bloop reduction. Oh, now these are getting a little bit. These are getting a little bit more fancy, refined, you might say, to the point where we're using some trollger meat. This is probably from his like arm or something. As you can see, the bone and like the skinniness of it. I don't think it's a leg. It's probably just like his forearm or something. And it's truffled. I don't know where she got the truffles from, but it's also got a bloop reduction. So she used 2 different enemies to create this dish. That shows dedication right there. She's like, all right, we got the trollger meat. All we need is some just bloop juice, and we'll be ready for it. And the wandering fisherman is like, I am ready. I shall use my spear to make bloop juice by just killing this bloop, and then we'll just gather up the juice. There you go. Easy. So they're helping each other out. Wandering fisherman and Betty Clicker are pretty good friends at this point. So they're comboing with each other, whereas me, Tree Beast, and Ivan are like the dudes up here, and Brittany Beach Princess, she's still praying to the fucking great forest seer up here because she's got this conch staff and she thinks that makes her super important to the forest people somehow. So there you go. That's my team right now. That's my team that you know about right now. Obviously, I got all these other people that you don't know about, but we'll talk about those people when we get to them. Otherwise, yeah, that's what Betty's bringing to the table. A new dish I came up with. It's exquisite. I will take your word for it, Betty. Also, straight up increases our DPS as well. Remember how we had like 30,000? Now we got like 68,000. So once these are off a cooldown, we'll probably do a ton of damage to the boss. Hopefully enough to like kill it, so I can get some progression up in these episodes. But this is actually the last episode I'm probably gonna do today. So the next episode is probably gonna be progression, most likely, because I'll come back after like 24 hours and I'll have a ton of money to upgrade people with, and holy shit, we got fucking B. So this could be really good actually, but real quick, you know what, let's just go hardcore on this real quick. Yeah, well, these guys are almost back. I'm gonna put my fingers on the buttons real quick. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and what's it give us? What's it give us? What's it give us? Oh, it gives us Dark Ritual, which is fine. It basically just increased our DPS by quite a bit without us having to do shit. And so yeah, they're off cooldown, but I'm gonna wait a second before I go after the boss. And talk about Fungus Reset, and also get all these upgrades, because this will increase our DPS too. So, and we're doing this episode, so might as well. That talk with my roommate sort of cut our time in half, so I'm gonna maybe speed through some of this Fungus Risotto. We saw the Funguses here. That's a lot of money. In fact, is that enough? I need just a little bit more. 625. Let's just keep that in mind. Yeah, Fungus Risotto increases DPS while here's by 20%, and she says 1 bite and you won't have to eat for days. It has something to do with the magical qualities of the fungus. I think we saw those in like the astral area back in like the 80s, but yeah, fungus is basically sentient mushrooms, and it looks like we made a risotto out of it, which is interesting, and it looks way different than it should, honestly, because the funguses look sort of, what is it, like bluish in nature, and this is like red and green. And last thing I remember, maybe it looks sort of bluish because it's like dark greenish, grayish, but she like brought out the color somehow. She's a great cook, I'll tell you that much. But the fact that she's creating food out of enemy, like she's experimenting with food from other enemies on herself, obviously. She would never like give us something to eat that she doesn't think it's safe. So obviously if we kill an enemy and she's like, I don't know if this is safe to eat, she's gonna eat it herself. This is what Betty Clicker does for us. She is a fucking saint. So so she did this with the fungus, and it's like, well, I lived a good life. Let's see if I die today, this will be my legacy. But she didn't die, and she found out that this fills you up for days without having to eat anything. So this is actually going to make all our people like super useful. I like to think that every day Betty Clicker creates just like one fungus risotto. We have like 20 heroes, but like she creates one for one hero, and then he eats and he doesn't eat for another like 20 days or so, like another month. And next day she creates one more, and that's for the next hero, like Masked Samurai or whatever. And he doesn't eat, and so on and so forth, until like she gets in a groove to be like, you know what, I just need to make one of these a day, and I could just focus on fucking hitting dudes and gathering recipes and shit. So there you go, that's Fungus Risotto. Super, super useful, and holy shit, we did it. There it is. There it is. We got 102 now. I'm gonna try for the boss real soon, ladies and gents, but I think this is the last one, because as you can see, it does a click damage percentage by 0.5%. World famous cookbook. This is the most famous cookbook ever written. Ever. It contains recipes that make your clicks do huge damage. I would like to understand the lore behind it, but I'm just gonna pick it up and just accept that for some reason that works. I think maybe there's a combo there with the Sid the Helpful Adventurer. Like maybe someone who's lived in one of my monuments, the monuments to my clicks, sort of figured out the secret, culinary-wise, of how these clicks get so big and ridiculous. So he put it into a book, and then Betty Clicker knows about this book. She's like, we need it for like our DPS. And I was like, that makes no sense. She's like, trust me, it makes sense. And I trust her, and this is what happens when I trust people. They don't disappoint. Oh man, another treasure chest. That's so nice. Okay, so yeah, we're 13 minutes in. We're about to end the video, but real quick, I just would like to try beating the boss. This is going to be another 12 minutes, and I hate to wait on camera for another 12 minutes. But if we energize, you know, it doubles the effect. I haven't gone over these, but this doubles the effect of the next skill you use. Reload reduces the cooldown on the last skill you use by an hour. I like to use it on energize, that way I can double energize some stuff. No, that's impossible. Sorry. You energize and then hit something, and then you hit reload, so that something goes down in cooldowns. So maybe I do it on like lucky strikes. That way it's 100% chance of critical hit, as opposed to like 20 clicks per second or 200 DPS. Because this seems like it's like way better. Yeah, like 200% gold dropped, or clicks give you like 2% of monster gold or whatever. 0.2% of boss gold. So you know what? I think here. Let me see, get my fingers in position. I do 8, 3, 8, 3, and then 9, and then just do the rest. Okay. So let's get ready. Let's start it off here. I'm gonna let once again. I'll let the timer roll out, and then once it's done, I automatically just start fucking doing shit. So, first things first, I need... Wait a second. Wait a second! You're just gonna die! Oh, that's nice. Yeah. I didn't even need to do it. Look at that. Wow. How did I get so much right there? That was really good. Anyways, I guess it was just like level... It might have been just Betty Clicker. What did I tell you? It's super useful. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Like, subscribe, comment if you're enjoying the series so far. I know I am. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.